Yo, what is going on, you burping Bulbasaur? Today, playing some games with Urshifu VMAX, but I'm taking the list a little bit of a different route. It's still Urshifu VMAX with the Inteleons, but I'm going heavy into the Cheryl count here. We got 2 Cheryls, and I'm going a little bit heavier on the switch cards as well to kind of support the Cheryl plays. So we got 2 Tower of Flowing Waters, and 2 Air Balloon, and an Escape Rope, and a Scoop Up Net. I guess it's not really a switch card for the Urshifus, but I just think Scoop Up Net is so insanely good with Inteleon that you should probably just include one with every Inteleon build. So one Scoop Up Net in here as well. And then everything else is pretty standard, I guess I want to say, besides trying to focus on Cheryl as kind of one of the main points of this build. Everything else is pretty standard. We got 4 Quick Ball, 4 Level Ball, 4 Evolution Incense to find our Salamanders or Lizards. I don't know what Inteleons are. We still have the Passimian in here because we still potentially want to do like big cleanup plays with our VMAX Rapid Flow. So we still have Passimian in here. I don't play any Telescopic Sight, so we can't get, you know, to the 180 damage from the VMAX Rapid Flow. But we can still get to 150, and with some quick shootings involved, we can definitely clean up knockouts throughout the game pretty much with no problem, to be honest. So it's not that big of a deal that we don't play the Telescopic Sights, I don't think. They are nice to have, but and no Telescopic Sights in here. Still 4/4 on the energy, and of course an energy search to help us find our energy turn to turn. I did add a tool scrapper. I didn't have that in here before because of Capes of Toughness for the main thing. Capes of Toughness, I guess also Tool Jammer and stuff like Leafeon can be really annoying to deal with, so we also have that. We can get rid of that card from our opponent, get rid of the Tool Jammer so we can use our Air Balloons, which can be really, really nice because Air Balloons really cool card. Want to be able to use that. Still have the Crobat in here as well as some extra draw support with the Dark Asset, which can be really good to combo alongside a Cheryl for the turn. If we're not playing a draw supporter for our turn, sometimes to make Cheryl work, we need to find energy so we can attack with something else, or we need to find the switch card or something like that. So Crobat can really help us use, or can really help us find those other cards to go alongside the Cheryl for the turn. So Crobat's still really nice to combo with Cheryl for sure. So still got the Crobat in here. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's play some games with Urshifu. I know a lot of you have been asking me to play games with Urshifu, whether it be in the Twitch chat over on twitch.tv/AzulGG. First link in the description. Give it a click. Give it a follow. Over here in the comments. So let's play some games with Urshifu VMAX. And let's see how many times we can Cheryl. All right, here we go. Have a little bit of a not too awkward. We just don't. The biggest thing I guess that I don't want to lose here is I don't want to lose a Rapid Strike energy to the research. That doesn't feel good. We are up against 80 or Luke Metalization here, not Luke Metal, Zamazentazation here, Zation Zamazenta here. Yeah, losing the energy doesn't feel great. And losing our Tool Scrapper this early also doesn't feel great, but we might be okay. We'll see. Go ahead and use the research. Oh, that is not a very good hand. Well, we definitely need a strafe. I definitely want to strafe. The question is, what are we going to strafe into here? I could actually quick ball away the Inteleon. Go ahead and grab a Sobble. I think it's going to be the best thing to strafe into here, because then I could net it next turn, maybe. So I'm going to grab the Sobble. I really don't want my Urshifu in the active, because then there's a chance it gets KO'd by Brave Blade, or they get off like an Assault Tackle and remove my energy. That would also be pretty bad. So going to get these 2 Pokemon back as well. Top decking Drizzile would be nice. Of course, I wouldn't mind top decking Drizzile. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and strafe into the Sobble and just leave that in the active there. And then we can actually get off 100 Furious Blows next turn. We got the energy for it, so we could just go like energy, net, 100 Furious Blows, take a hit or do a hit to the Zamazenta, which we do have to get through eventually. So we should start hitting it. We'd rather start hitting it sooner than later. And if they do retreat it, actually, we could go with an Escape Rope play. We can bring it back to the active. They did put this Air Balloon here, which is a little bit weird. Actually, that's all they got. Okay, so another Urshifu down for us. We're going to be able to get off that 100 Furious Blows, and then they're going to probably remove my Rapid Strike energy, so we're going to need to find another of those to actually get the knockout. Sum that up, put this down, research. So we need to go digging deep for another Rapid Strike energy. We need to try and find that. Got a ton of Sobbles to work with here. That was a pretty good draw. Go ahead and get another Sobble, actually, as well. Take a look at the deck. Some quick shootings can get involved to help get the knockout. Only 1 Rapid Strike energy left, so that makes things a little bit weird, especially when I have this basic energy in my hand as well. But let's go with that 100 Furious Blows for 150. Yeah, because then we're basically running out of energy. It looks like we prized 2 basic fightings as well. That's so awkward. That's extremely awkward. Maybe we could do some kind of strafe play this turn where we just attach to both Urshifus and then we just strafe to the bench to do 30 more to the active. And then we'll kind of go from there, I guess. But this is looking really awkward. Yeah, that's a really awkward I mean, that's just awkward. It just makes things awkward. Here comes another 130, or the first 130, I should say. We lose our special energy, which is a big deal. Yeah, we might just strafe to a Sobble for the turn, to be honest here. Energy on my Ursh. Level Ball. I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself another Sobble, and like I said, probably gonna strafe to a Sobble. I feel like I could almost hold the hand. Yeah, we're like out of energy, so we really need to draw some prize cards at this point, to be honest. Throw this here. I think I'm gonna throw this here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab. We could like, because they have double evolution incense in hand, so we could just hold the hand and get out the double quick shooting on the next turn. So we can start building up some damage through quick shootings. But then we're that much further away potentially from that rapid strike energy. So I think I just want to go with the grab of the research here. And I don't think I'm going to do anything else. I'm just going to play the research. We lose both evolution incense, but I think I'm just going to have to be fine with that. And I don't want to evolve either of these into VMAXs because I might need to make them. I do want the option of double quick shooting next turn. And I might need to make them into... or one over the other might have to be the attacker on the next turn is what I'm trying to say here. Stumbling over my words, but I know what I mean. You know what I mean. Probably just get a evolution instance to become a quick shooting. So we probably just grab a level ball to use another Drizzile on the next turn, or have that option to use another Drizzile. And then we're going to go ahead and strafe into one of these Sobbles. I could strafe into the Urshifu, but I don't want this thing to take a hit. I kind of want to like knock this thing out with this Urshifu. Use this Urshifu, and I could have got a stadium here, but they have 3 stadiums left, so I'm not really like, I'm not too concerned with trying to like bump their stadium right now. Like, that's something I could do, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's that good. Yeah, there's the boss. So this is the one we're gonna have to use the 100 Furious Blows for the knockout, or probably gonna have to use it for the knockout. We're gonna have to hope we get the energy. We don't have the rapid strike energy yet. We did get to keep all of our Inteleon stuff around, which isn't bad, to be honest. That's not like a bad thing. They did get 2 prize cards though, so I would have preferred it didn't go that way. There's a VMAX. Got room for a V. I'm gonna go with this. Gonna grab the quick shooting, and then, well, I guess I could play Raihan this turn and just find the energy, right? So actually, we can just play Raihan this turn. I completely forgot Raihan was like an option. They did take a knockout though, so now we can go like this, go like this, get the Raihan, get the rapid strike energy, and then also. Yeah, okay, we'll be in an okay spot here. As long as my opponent doesn't set up a Brave Blade next turn, which they haven't, like, played a draw supporter or anything yet, so I'm not too worried about them doing that. And then grab the Rapid Strike energy, and I could retreat to this one, actually, and then attack with this one instead, which I'm kind of leaning towards. Then we're going to go with a quick shooting on the Crobat here. I think, yeah, on the Crobat. Now the question is, yeah, just what one do I want to attack with here? And I think it would be this one. No, I think it's still the active. Go with the active. All right, 100 Furious Blows. We draw our first prize cards here. We're setting up. We're getting things moving. Rapid Strike energy out the prize cards is great. And Evolution Incense isn't bad as well. Get another quick shooting online. Now the question is, how do we win this game from here? We still have our boss left, and they have a Crobat and this Zacian in play for us to take advantage of. So G-Max Rapid Flow might just kind of put us in a spot to kind of close this one out, to be honest. And that's what I think I'm going to play towards here, is just going G-Max Rapid Flow. But of course, they could hit, I mean, they could have, there's a lot of things they could have. I guess the thing I'm most scared of is just the Brave Blade this turn. If that happens, I think that puts us in a really, really awkward spot. But it's just the Intrepid Sword. That's what we're looking for. So this keeps us around and in this game. You can get a lot of stuff cooking this turn. A VMAX. Another VMAX is great. Yeah, at this point, I think we're just going to kind of give up on... Get the quick shooting out. Our boss is in the deck. Give up on trying to go through this Zamazenta, and we're going to focus on dealing with these two. I'm not going to attach this energy yet because they could... I don't know. They would need a really big play. Maybe it's fine to attach this energy here, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to hold the hand, I think, as well, because we have this Inteleon in there. Go with... We do 120 here. So I'm going to go... I don't want to, like, KO the Crobat yet, I guess, but if I double ping the Zacian, maybe? I suppose double ping Zacian. And then, well, I could go find, but I want to save this to be able to find the, not just, I don't want just a stadium. They did go down a stadium. Maybe I will go find a stadium right here. Like, I don't really want to go find just the stadium here, but maybe it's not that big of a deal. Stadium plus level ball to get the Drizzile. Give myself some options still. Place their stadium. And then, yeah, G-Max, Rapid Flow, these two, and then another G-Max Rapid Flow would win the game, or Boss punch this Zacian, ping it, KO the Crobat also wins the game. Because yeah, even if they, well, actually, even if they heal this, if they heal 30 and put a cape on it, we still KO with a G-Max Rapid Flow, with some pings. So actually, yeah, that works out. I think I think this works out just fine. I think we're in a pretty good spot now. Yeah, had to get through that first Zamazenta, which was a little bit tricky, a little bit scary with how much energy we had prized. But once we got through that, it was looking pretty good. And they just kind of give us the game here. They're just like, okay, I'm going to Brave Light. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll ping your Crobat. And then, well, we can just go with the G-Max Rapid Flow again, to be honest. It's going to be a little bit more time efficient. G-Max Rapid Flow, those two. And yeah, that's game. It was a little bit scary, though, especially with how much energy we prized. I think we still have 2 basic fighting prized. We don't play that many energy. We only play 8. So that was a little bit scary, but ended up being able to pull out the dub in the end. All right, here we go again. Gonna be going first and looking for that turn 2 Gale Thrust, maybe a G-Max Rapid Flow. The hand is all right. Nothing too great, but it's not bad either. We do have the turn 2, it looks like, set up pretty well here. Scoop Up Net's nice as well to move that Passimian next turn. Bench the Sobble. Quick Ball. I think I'm going to get rid of this Inteleon here. I could also just get rid of the Evolution Incense. All right, let's get rid of the Evolution Incense. I'm like unsure what I want to do here. Prize 1 Drizzile. Take a quick look. A Research and a Marnie. 1 Rapid Strike Energy. All right, let's get ourselves an Urshifu. Probably going to be researching next turn no matter what, so we're going to lose the Inteleon anyways. But I guess if they Marnie, so I'd rather have this Inteleon back in the deck than the Evolution Incense. I think, actually, to be honest, I don't know for sure. Pass over to my opponent. So they're playing some kind of flaffy deck with the Mareep start. There's the Stormy Mountains. I'm sure we'll get a better read on it here in just a second. It is a Rayquaza, but of course it's Rayquaza. So pretty good matchup for us overall. With the energy whiff on the first turn, though, it definitely makes things a little bit more difficult. Okay, here comes the Marnie. We don't get that turn 2 G-Max Rapid Flow to kind of take the sheep out of play. We don't get the option to do that. The draw is pretty good, actually. The draw's pretty good. We can actually even just strafe KO my opponent's active here. That is an option. I almost just don't want to Marnie them because they just didn't have a good turn at all. And because we can just strafe KO the active here, we don't really need the VMAX. So I'm actually gonna go this route here. Gonna grab this. Yeah, I'm just not gonna. My opponent didn't find anything. Why would I want to let them see more cards with a Marnie? Sure, maybe they have a draw supporter in this hand and don't have one in the 4 that I give them off the Marnie, but let's play a research instead. Let's continue to set up. Let's play a research instead. What do we want to do? I almost just want to strafe anyways and just send up the Passimian. If you want to kill the Passimian, I'm fine with that. I'm kind of leaning towards that being my play here. I would like to quick ball, but I don't want to quick ball anything in the hand. Kind of like everything except for this Inteleon. I don't really like this Inteleon too much. I think quick ball this Inteleon. Let's go ahead and get ourselves. I was thinking another Sobble or an Urshifu. I'm actually kind of undecided now that I'm thinking about it. Now that I'm here, I don't know which one I want. I think I'm gonna go with the Urshifu though. Just get that out, get that set up, and then yeah, strafe. Take this knockout on the sheep. Punish my opponent for playing those 60 HP sheep. It does have the lower retreat cost, but it also has 60 HP. Get that knockout. Drizzile off the prize cards is insanely good, and we are set up to take over this game on the next turn. I do not see us losing this one at this point. Like I said, don't want to give my opponent fresh cards. We didn't do that. Just went ahead and played the research over the Marnie. But even if they get out double Mareep here, we got the G-Max Rapid Flow in the hand. And yeah, I just don't see us losing this one at this point. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Double Mareep out. I guess I could get out like quad Mareep. And then that would be like maybe a little bit hard to deal with. But even then, I feel like we're going to be in a really, really good spot. It looks like it's looking too good for us. It's looking too good for us at this point. We'll see how much can they hit for. They hit for 100 here. They can't even KO my Passimian. And like I said, we can take out double Mareep next turn. I mean, that's where I would be hitting the concede button personally, to be honest. So we'll see if my opponent has an interest. I also don't expect my hand to be disrupted at all because this deck, the Rayquaza deck, generally just doesn't play Marnie at all. They just generally don't play Marnie. So not really worried about my hand being disrupted either. There's just 100 hit there. But yeah, let's get in. Ooh, the Scoop Up Net actually, I mean, it doesn't really do anything for us, I guess, overall. If I had put another Sobble down, it could do something, but we didn't. So nothing to be done with that, I don't think. Go here. I could still Scoop Up Net this quick shooting, I guess. Go ahead and find myself. I think I'm gonna go find myself a Marnie this time. And just draw some more cards here. Ash of the Ursh. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe I do want to scoop up net this quick shooting as well, though. I really don't want to be honest. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. Maybe I'll save the scoop up net for later. I was like, I do, but I don't. Yeah, I really don't. To be honest, I kind of do, but not really. Let's go ahead and get another Sobble online to become a Drizzile later on. And then shooting. What do we want to quick shooting? So we're going to go down to 3 prize cards, which means we could just KO 1 VMAX, but they have to put another sheep in place. So we could go after the Crobat plus a sheep with another Gmax Rapid Flow in like 2 turns. I think that's probably going to be just fine. So I don't even like plan to have to want a Gale Thrust next turn. Like next turn, I could just go like attach a Fighting Energy to my bench Urshifu VMAX and be like, and there's the concede. I was another thing I was about to mention. I was like, they might just concede here though, because how are you gonna stick around after that, man? There's like almost no hope left. And we are like fully set up on our side of the board as well. We got one of the quick shootings online, and then we got a Drizzile and a Sobble to work with on the next turn. Yeah, there's just no way. I don't think any way. There could have been a way. Very unlikely way that we lose that game at that point. All right, here we go again. Lost the coin flip, so probably go in second, but nothing we can't handle for sure. I didn't want to open Crobat, though. That would have been something I didn't want to have to deal with. Thankfully, we found the Urshifu and can set up a strafe. And it looks like Crobat is going to be our out to draw support here, which isn't terrible. Of course, that's not generally optimal off the rip, but not terrible. Another super cool thing about Urshifu compared to other V-decks is the strafe that you can use turn 1. Another ZacZam. Okay, this is a tough one. Still gonna be tough for sure. You guys saw in that first game how close it was, and even though my opponent wasn't doing very much, they put us in quite a spot. So still gonna be tough. Hopefully they don't. All right, they hit the energy. So now we have to play around boss. Oh my gosh. Okay, research top deck. Yeah, I don't really mind discarding these things as well. We play the ordinary rod. That's why we play the ordinary rod. So when we get these, I won't say unfortunate. I mean, they're a little bit unfortunate researches. We have easy way to kind of bounce back. Really don't want to put the Crobat on my bench. Definitely want to. Ooh, we prize 2 Urshifu V and a VMAX. What is that? Yeah, I don't really want a Crobat for 3. It doesn't seem worth it. I'm just gonna go ahead and research. Hopefully find an energy. No energy. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is getting a little bit difficult. It's getting a little bit rough. The draws are definitely not in my favor here. Quick ball away. Is it the Cheryl? Is it an Evolution Incense? Is it the quick shooting? I don't think it's the quick shooting with this kind of stuff in our discard pile already. And Urshifu about to hit our discard pile with only 0 left in deck. We don't want to have to recover our quick shooting as well. So I'm going to get rid of the Cheryl here to get another Sob online. And unfortunately, no Strafe to save my Ursh. So we're going to have to pass. So yeah, rough start here, but it's not the end of the world. We're not done yet. The game is still, there's still game to be played here. Just in a rough spot. But we can definitely make a comeback. Yeah, here's that Brave Blade. We're really hoping they whiffed that energy off the Intrepid Sword, because that means they wouldn't be able to do this Brave Blade this turn. If they're putting another Zation in play, though, I like the sight of that. I like to see another Zation come. All right, let's see that. That's great. More targets for us to hit. Second San Vicenta would have preferred if that was prized, but can't have it all. We're just gonna have to deal with this Brave Blade here. Unfortunately, no energy in our discard pile, so we can't go with a Raihan play. Would be nice here, actually, to be honest. Can't do that, though. Yeah, it's going to get really awkward. We might even have to go with something like... I mean, I guess I'll wait and see what my top deck is, but maybe even have to find the Ordinary Rod this turn off one of my Drizziles. I don't really want to do that, though. I probably just want to Marnie my opponent. Get my Stadium, retreat, Marnie. Hope to hit an energy off the Marnie. Is going to be the move here. So, but I guess if we top deck the energy, the Marnie, or the... Scrapper, we could get the others, or could even go get the Scrapper because of that. So there is that option open to us for sure. But yeah, here comes that Brave Blade that we really didn't want to see. And if we were going to see it, we we're hoping our opponent would have to boss for turn. That's why if we strafe to the bench, they have to boss it up to be able to hit it. But like I said, we're not out of it yet. We're just in a bad spot. Level Ball is a pretty good top deck. Getting another Sobble in play won't hurt. So like I said, we can grab Tower or Air Balloon. I think I want to go with the Tower, though. None of it's great, to be honest. We don't have the Scuba Net to combo with anyways. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Tower to counter their Stadium, I think. And then grab a Marnie and hope we get an energy. So we can do this. We can do this. Grab the Drizzile. I'm gonna make sure we retreat. Make sure you do it like this. Put it on the bench one, because the active one is the Rapid Strike Pokemon. And if we're gonna use Tower to retreat, we gotta make sure do this, and then we'll throw the Tower in play, and then retreat first, and then go get the other Drizzile to get the Marnie. Unfortunately, we're losing another Evolution Incense here, so it's gonna be harder to find our quick shootings potentially. We only have one left, or even other VMAXs down the road. But yeah, 7-card hand. I don't know. We need to like slow our opponent down a little bit. So I feel like going with the Marnie play here is correct. And we're also gonna have to hope we hit an energy, to be honest. We're not guaranteed an energy here. Hopefully we get one. We did get 2. It's better than 1. And the rest of the hand is pretty good as well, actually. I do like this hand. Another Sobble in play. Our Ordinary Rod is in the deck, which is definitely something I think we're gonna have to be pretty aggressive about finding, to be honest. And yeah, Gale Thrust, 150. 120 HP left, but they could get the heal on, which means our G-Max Rapid Flow wouldn't quite get the knockout, but we'll deal with that when it comes around for sure. Unfortunately, we don't have 2 Urshifus to bounce between with Gale Thrusts here to have the potential to do that. And like I mentioned, my Scoop Up Net is prized. My Scoop Up Net is used, not prized. So we can't like retreat and then Scoop Up Net. They did get rid of my Stadium, so that wasn't going to be a great option to look for. Anyways, here comes a Crobat into play, though. This is really good for us. Now they have Zacian, Crobat in play, and they're actually attached to Zacian and not Zamazenta. So we definitely have the potential here to just kind of take over this game through knocking out everything that's not Zamazenta's. They gave us a lot of targets here to work with. Crobat is a big one for my opponent to give me access to be honest. That's huge that they went ahead and threw that in play for us. So definitely winnable. We're still in a tough spot, I think, because of what we have prized and how hard it's going to be to set everything up. Also, very small hands to work with. I don't really have a very big hand to work with, which is not great. But yeah, not a ton of potential plays right now on our next turn. Looking like we're just going to have to go with like a Research plus G-Max Rapid Flow, which isn't terrible. Just we would prefer more options, I guess, you know. But yeah, you're not the end of the world for sure. So looking okay, to be honest. Definitely looking okay. Yeah, our opponent's given us a lot of options to work with. That's the big thing here. They've given us these outs here by putting that Crobat, putting that Zacian in play. Question is, will they find a way to attack this turn? I'm really hoping they don't, unless it's going to be like a hard retreat plus another Metal Saucer, which now they have that option, but hopefully they don't have a switch, although it's pretty unlikely for them to not have a switch, if I'm going to be honest here. They probably have access to a switch. There is the switch. So, man. All right. I think we need to find Ordinary Rod. I mean, we need to find a lot. Oh, that is a bad top deck. I was already like, it's unfortunate we have to get rid of 2 here. Now we're getting rid of 3, because I think we're definitely using Research here. I think we need to see those extra cards for sure. So that is an unfortunate top deck. We could find Rod plus Quick Ball, though, and get another Urshifu V on the bench, and then ideally Tool Scrapper as well. And we found none of that. Oh my gosh. Well, we can get the Tool Scrapper. Unfortunately, if we had drawn into a Quick Ball, we could also grab Ordinary Rod here, but we did not. So we're gonna get the Tool Scrapper because we want to draw those prize cards. I feel like off the bench one there, and I think we still have to get the Ordinary Rod, and we can recover. Man. Not looking good. Rid of a couple capes. Quick shooting over to the Crobat. Start setting that up. And then, yeah, Ordinary Rod. We need to get a V and the Drizzile, I think. Yeah. All right. Sure. Still not looking good. I'll say it again. It's still not looking good. So one of the air balloons here, kind of like that. G-Max, Rapid Flow, and Hope. G-Max, Rapid Flow, and Hope. Okay, knockout. And I think we should probably hit up this activation. Yeah, because we have to KO that at some point. Maybe I should have even quick shooting to the activation, to be honest, because they're going to have to heal some of the damage. But if I quick shooting it, they heal less of the damage. So I maybe still should have quick shooting the active, actually, instead of the Crobat. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that was probably the play. Fighting Energy and Tower, no Vs. We do have 2 in the deck now, but we really want to see one off the prize cards there, I think. So yeah, this is going to continue to get, I mean, worse and worse. It's just going to get worse and worse for us here, I think. We'll see, though. We'll see what their turn lays like this turn. Maybe they whiff the knockout. That is one thing that we could hope for is that my opponent whiffs the knockout here, to be honest. I think it's a little bit, I mean, we'd have to get a little bit fortunate for it to go that route, for it to end up going that way. It looks like they're all in on the Zacian almost, though. They attached another energy here, 4 energy to the activization. Now they can retreat it. Maybe their hand is just dead. Maybe they're just going to go retreat and then Intrepid Sword. That definitely opens up quite a bit of an opportunity for us, for sure. It definitely gives us something to work with there. I would love to see that happen. Yeah, that would be okay. Love to see that. There's a Marnie. Okay, so no switch yet. And they also don't just need a switch. They need a switch and a way to retreat. Which they could have put this energy deck on the Crobat and make that into a pivot. The draw is, once again, not great because there's no V in it. But we can definitely find one next turn. And yeah, there's definitely some hope here. We definitely have a chance at this one. I think our Passimian, yeah, our Passimian's in the hand. Our Passimian's still in the deck, I think. I don't want it in my hand, though. I want it back in the deck. So I might have to Marnie here because of that, because I do want the Passimian in the deck, not in the hand. So we might go with a Marnie here, because I might want to be able to Passimian to go KO Crobat plus KO active. I want that kind of option there. But we need Passimian in the deck to be able to make that work. So yeah, we're gonna have to probably Marnie here and not research. Even though I would like to research, we're probably gonna go like attach active, get a Gale Thrust for 30, find a new V. We still have the Raihan in the deck, so we can set up a GMAX Rapid Flow in one turn. And that will be the plan. Okay, there's a Drizzile top deck, so that could lead us to the Quick Ball, but then I lose access to Drizzile for the rest of the game, which I don't want to do. I'd rather just have the Drizzile be around. Apparently, my opponent doesn't feel like sticking around, though. They gotta go. They got breakfast to go eat, so we get another dub over a Zacian deck. That was a little bit weird. There was still a lot of game to play there, I think, though. Definitely a lot of stuff for us to figure out. I probably would have gone with the Marnie play, and I don't think I would have put the Drizzile in play there. So we're gonna attach energy to the active, and then Marnie, hopefully find a V, put that in play, and that way we have the out to the level ball to then find the Drizzile to help us find Raihan on the following turn. Then we find Raihan. If they KO our active, which they probably will, KO our active, and then we can go GMAX Rapid Flow with the new Urshifu VMAX through the Raihan, and then hopefully that could win us the game. But we also need Passimian in the deck as well, so we leave Passimian in the deck as well. But I guess we'll never know how it was going to end because my opponent decided it's time for them to go. So let's go ahead and let's go ourselves and get into another one. All right, get to go first in this one, so we can look for that turn 2 Gale Thrust or GMAX Rapid Flow, and pretty good hand to set up either of those plays, to be honest. I think I'm going to open the Urshifu V. Not too much can do too much on the first turn, so I'm not like too scared of getting like punished for opening the Urshifu V. Sob will start for my opponent, so let's go bench, attach, and pass. And then this turn, we should get quite a bit better of a look at what my opponent is playing here. Capture energy to the Sobble. Let's see what they grab. What plays capture in Jolteon? Jolteon it is, so really good matchup for us here. Here comes a Marnie, but yeah, really, really good matchup here. And they will be able to keep calling as well here. Get out a bunch of other Sobbles. The draw for us was not great, though. Not going to lie. Our draw here is not that good. And this makes things a little bit weird. Okay, Drizzile top deck definitely helps us out, but it was looking a little bit rough there, not going to lie. Do I even want a VMAX here? Because GMAX Rapid Flow doesn't even seem that good. All right, going to throw down another V. And then got to go with the Drizzile. Going to grab a Research here, I think. Research. Do I even want a VMAX here? I mean, GMAX Rapid Flow KO both Sobbles does seem pretty good. I don't know. Let's go with the VMAX. Sure, why not? That seems pretty good to me. Air Balloon active, so we can maybe move it on the following turn. But yeah, KOing double Sobs sounds pretty good. So let's leave that option open. And now it looks like we're going to definitely be able to take advantage of that. Just KO double Sobbles from my opponent. And this is already a good matchup. And this is a completely lopsided start between me and my opponent here. And there's the concede. And I don't blame him. Turn 2 GMAX Rapid Flow is so good at completely destroying Inteleon decks on the second turn. Going first or going second, you KO, double Sobble on the first turn going second like we did, or you KO Sobble Drizzile when you go first, or when you go second into your opponent's second turn. So good. I just completely destroyed Inteleon on just the GMAX Rapid Flow. So yeah, I don't blame my opponent for conceding there. And that's going to do it for these games with the Urshifu VMAX. We didn't use Cheryl at all, but we didn't hit any of the matchups where it really kind of comes into play. Stuff like Single Strike or Leafeon. Those are the kind of matchups where we want to try and utilize Shell. Didn't hit any of those today, but who knows? Maybe we'll hit them tomorrow. I probably won't be playing Urshifu tomorrow, though. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow.